The recent measles outbreak in West Texas is a stark reminder of the importance of vaccination. With 90 confirmed cases reported across the region, this outbreak is a significant public health concern. The majority of cases are concentrated in Gaines County, which has also seen 13 hospitalizations. This outbreak is particularly concerning due to the high concentration of cases among unvaccinated individuals. The link between vaccination status and the spread of measles is undeniable. Measles is a highly contagious disease, and even a small decline in vaccination rates can lead to outbreaks like the one we're seeing in Texas. The impact on the community has been significant. Schools and public spaces have faced temporary closures. Health officials are working tirelessly to contain the spread through contact tracing and vaccination drives. This outbreak serves as a stark warning about the importance of maintaining high vaccination rates. The consequences of vaccine hesitancy can be devastating, not just for individuals but for entire communities. The measles outbreak in Texas highlights a growing concern: vaccine hesitancy. Fueled by misinformation and unfounded fears, vaccine hesitancy poses a significant threat to public health. The World Health Organization has identified vaccine hesitancy as one of the top 10 global health threats. The anti-vaccination movement has gained traction in recent years, often spreading misinformation through social media and online platforms. This has led to a decline in vaccination rates in some communities, making them more vulnerable to outbreaks of preventable diseases. The consequences of vaccine hesitancy extend beyond the individuals who choose not to vaccinate. When vaccination rates fall, it weakens herd immunity, putting vulnerable populations at risk. This includes infants who are too young to be vaccinated and individuals with compromised immune systems. Addressing vaccine hesitancy requires a multi-pronged approach. We need clear and accurate information from trusted sources, such as healthcare providers and public health officials. It's also crucial to address the root causes of mistrust in vaccines, which can include historical injustices and systemic inequities in healthcare. The avian flu, a constant threat to both human and animal health, has taken a new turn. The Trump administration is considering a significant shift in how the United States manages outbreaks of the H5N1 strain. This potential change comes amidst growing concerns over the virus's impact on the nation's food supply and the potential risks associated with new management strategies. The traditional approach to containing avian flu outbreaks has been swift and decisive: mass culling of infected and potentially exposed birds. While effective in preventing the virus's spread, this method carries significant economic consequences. The culling of millions of birds, primarily chickens and turkeys, has led to disruptions in the poultry industry, impacting both consumers and producers. The proposed policy shift, a departure from the mass culling strategy, centers on allowing infected birds to die naturally. Proponents argue that this approach could mitigate the economic impact on the poultry industry and potentially lead to broader immunity within bird populations. However, this shift is not without its critics. Concerns abound regarding the potential risks to farm workers who would face prolonged exposure to infected birds. Additionally, questions remain about the efficacy of this approach in containing the virus and preventing its potential spread to humans. The proposed shift in avian flu management reflects a growing debate over how best to balance economic considerations with public health concerns. The mass culling of poultry, while effective in containing outbreaks, carries a hefty price tag. The 2015 avian flu outbreak, which resulted in the culling of over 50 million birds in the United States, cost the economy billions of dollars. The new approach, allowing infected birds to die naturally, aims to reduce the economic burden on the poultry industry. This method, known as controlled exposure, is based on the idea that allowing the virus to run its course within a flock could lead to broader immunity. However, this approach is not without its risks. Controlled exposure could lead to the virus mutating into a more dangerous strain, potentially transmissible to humans. Additionally, there are concerns about the welfare of birds left to suffer from the virus. The debate over avian flu management highlights the complex challenges of balancing economic interests with public health. As the virus continues to evolve, so too must our strategies for managing its impact. Section 5. The Russia-Ukraine conflict, a dangerous turn. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine has taken a dangerous turn, with potential ramifications for global security. Recent developments suggest a shift in United States foreign policy, raising concerns among European allies, and further complicating the geopolitical landscape. Former President Trump's reported ultimatum to European leaders, demanding they pressure Ukraine into accepting Russia's terms for surrender, has sent shockwaves through the international community. This alleged 3-week deadline, coupled with threats to withdraw United States troops from Europe, marks a significant departure from previous United States foreign policy. Trump's stance on the conflict, which includes blaming Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for the war, has been met with alarm and condemnation. His reported proposal to claim ownership of 50% of Ukraine's rare earth minerals in exchange for continued United States military support has further fueled concerns about his motivations and understanding of the conflict's complexities. European leaders, already grappling with the ongoing war's impact on their continent, are now faced with the added uncertainty of the United States' commitment to NATO and its role as a reliable ally. Section 6. A looming threat to global stability. The potential for miscalculation and escalation in the Russia-Ukraine conflict is a grave concern. The involvement of nuclear-armed states raises the stakes of this conflict to an unprecedented level. The international community must work together to prevent further escalation and find a peaceful resolution. The conflict has already had a devastating impact on Ukraine, with millions displaced and countless lives lost. The war has also sent shockwaves through the global economy, disrupting supply chains and contributing to rising energy prices. The humanitarian crisis unfolding in Ukraine demands a swift and coordinated international response. The situation is further complicated by the spread of misinformation and propaganda, making it difficult to discern truth from fiction. It is essential to rely on credible sources of information and to be wary of attempts to manipulate public opinion. The Russia-Ukraine conflict is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of diplomacy. The international community must stand united in its condemnation of violence and work towards a peaceful resolution that respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all nations. Section 7. Navigating uncertainty, a call for preparedness. In an increasingly volatile world, marked by public health crises and geopolitical instability, personal preparedness is paramount. While we cannot predict the future, we can take steps to mitigate risks and enhance our resilience in the face of uncertainty. Start by assessing your local context. Stay informed about potential health threats, such as disease outbreaks, and familiarize yourself with public health recommendations. Understand the vaccination rates in your community and the potential risks associated with vaccine hesitancy. Consider the potential impact of policy shifts, both domestically and internationally. Stay abreast of changes in government policies, particularly those related to public health, food security, and foreign policy. These shifts can have far-reaching consequences, influencing everything from food prices to national security. Section 8. Staying informed, staying ahead. In today's interconnected world, access to accurate and timely information is crucial. However, the rise of misinformation and the proliferation of biased sources make it challenging to discern truth from falsehood. Cultivating media literacy skills is essential for navigating the information landscape and making informed decisions. Seek out information from reputable sources, such as established news organizations, government agencies, and respected academic institutions. Be wary of information shared on social media, as it is often not subject to the same journalistic standards as traditional media outlets. Develop a critical eye when evaluating information. Consider the source, the author's credentials, and the potential biases that may be influencing the content. Look for evidence-based reporting that relies on verifiable facts and expert sources. Section 9. Conclusion. A time for vigilance and action. We live in an era of unprecedented challenges and rapid change. The convergence of public health crises, geopolitical instability, and the erosion of trust in institutions demands our vigilance and proactive engagement. By staying informed, embracing preparedness, and fostering critical thinking, we can navigate these turbulent times with greater resilience and a shared commitment to a brighter future. The measles outbreak in Texas serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vaccination and the real-world consequences of vaccine hesitancy. The potential shift in avian flu management highlights the complex challenges of balancing economic considerations with public health, and the escalating conflict in Ukraine underscores the fragility of peace and the urgent need for diplomacy and international cooperation. These challenges, while daunting, also present an opportunity for collective action. By engaging in informed dialogue, supporting evidence-based policies, and demanding accountability from our leaders, we can create a safer, healthier, and more just world for all.